Hey everyone, it's that time again. You asked for it. Here it is. It's time to roast some more of your systems. And I'm looking forward to this one because we have got an absolute shower of for you. Let's do this. I wish these files would transfer faster. Come on! Whoa, is that the FireCuda 510 NVMe drive with its blistering fast speeds of 3450 megabytes a second read, 3200 megabytes a second write, and capacities of up to 2 terabyte? I can have these files transferred in no time. And if I'm looking for the ultimate performance, I could even get the 4th generation FireCuda 520. I better check the link in the description to find out more details. So let's jump straight into it. It's the only fair way of doing this. And first one up is from MiniBim. Now, firstly, he's a Patreon supporter, so kind of extra brownie points for that, but that doesn't mean that you're quite off the hook. Oh no, definitely not. So let's take a look at the system. I mean, this is clean, I'll give you that. Kind of looks like the sort of thing you'd have if you was, don't know, a serial killer. Yeah. Are you a serial killer, MiniBim? This is a safe space, and you can tell us. It will not go any further than, well, the internet. Now, he's not exactly given us much to go on in terms of specs, as in, yeah, none. There's literally no information. And I kind of know why. Actually looks like there is no PC. No PC, no specs. Kind of makes sense. He instead has got a laptop, hence why everything looks nice and clean. Though I am actually liking the look of the ultra-wide LG monitor, but you definitely need to sort your icons out. There's just a bit too much going on there for my liking. Looks like he's got Groot, from what I'm told, haven't really got a clue, holding his Xbox controller. So on top of being a kind of potential serial killer, he's also a wannabe console peasant. I do wonder, I don't know how old MiniBim is, due to the, I guess, RGB, the 2 RGB remote controllers, and everything that's kind of going on there. I am liking the Logitech keyboard and the mouse, but I do have to ask, what's with the Corsair mouse mat? Just doesn't really make sense to me. So up next is Just Chance, who again is a Patreon supporter, so thanks for that. But I have to be honest, starting with the fact that you got toys in your PC. I mean, how old are you? It's like we're getting kind of an influx of kids submitting their builds. So yeah, adults, please, you know, start putting some stuff in. So let's go inside the PC. I mean, things are looking okay, apart from kind of cable management. I mean, what is that? On the PCI Express cable, it kind of looks like a fucking belt buckle. I mean, get yourself over to store.eteknix.com and pick up some cable ties, will you? It will help just tremendously. Other than that, I quite like it, and kind of great choice with the 5000D airflow from Corsair. And it does seem like you actually have an RTX 3070. I mean, I did it, guys. I actually found the one person who actually has a card. So yeah, he also has a Ryzen 5800X, so the rig is actually spec'd up, I guess, pretty well. He did put that he does have 34 gig of RAM though. Now, I know he's from Wales, and I'm not quite sure how the school system works there compared to England, where I live, but 4 times 8 is not 34. But you do you, little buddy, whatever makes you happy. So PC aside, he's decided to, by the looks of it, go to about 6 different furniture stores and get different furniture from each one. And, well, I'm not quite sure why. Also, what the f*** is going on with that rug? I mean, in all honesty, I think I had lino in my kitchen that pretty much looked like that about 30 years ago. So there is one thing though we do need to talk about, and that's the cat poster. I'm kind of resenting what I said about MiniBim being a serial killer. I think, Just Chance, you may have just beat him here, mate. Now, the weirdest thing is that the cat looks to be underwater. You realise cats don't like water, right? And, in all honesty, they probably don't like your PC either. Also, the weirdest thing probably about this whole setup, what's with the kind of Razer shrine? You're not helping your case here. I guess you're just a lost cause. So next up is Hishy, who isn't a Patreon supporter, so that is an instant -5 points. And we don't really have much to go on because, well, he only put up 1 picture. So you put up 1 picture, but you did kind of grace us with all the specs, so at least we know kind of what's going on. And it's not bad overall. I mean, straight away, you are another person who actually has an RTX 3000 series GPU. It's paired with a 10600K and 16 gig of 3200 MHz memory. So overall, not bad. I would have liked to have seen a PC a little bit, but the 1 picture we have is, Well, it's frankly terrible, and the PC's just kind of blown out due to the RGB, but I'm sure you're really proud of it, and that's what matters. I mean, I'm guessing you're not too proud of everything else, though. I mean, firstly, is that a TV on the left? I can see a remote control, but again, due to the picture, it's kind of hard to tell really what's going on. Now, one thing that's not hard to tell is the Matrix wallpaper. I mean...
What year is it?
Also, you put that you're using a make-up desk chair, but I'm more worried about kind of what you're using as a desk. I'm guessing you're not a massive gamer because unless you have your DPI pretty much set to the moon, that mouse ain't going anywhere. There is literally no room whatsoever to play games. Now, I don't normally give these setups a rating, but you're going to be the first, so here we go. I give this a 1 out of 10, and that's because you actually managed to write the specs of it coherently. So yeah, good job you. Now, moving on to the next one, and we have Sam Pro 2. Again, a long-standing Patreon supporter, but only on the lowest tier. So, I'm not holding back here, Sam. Sorry, but you're in for it. Now, Sam is from Switzerland, so basically he doesn't know whether he's from France or Italy. That's just kind of how it is. And that's pretty evident in the picture here. And, you know, you can see it with the bottle of Evian, which is from France, and a Ferrari baseball cap from Italy. I do kind of feel that eTeknix, the eTeknix baseball cap would maybe look a little bit better on that shelf compared to the Ferrari one, but, you know, I'm biased. And that is available on store.eteknix.com. So what about the rest of the picture? Well, the desk, by the looks of it, is an IKEA special, so way to cheap out there. And I've got to ask, what's with the two PCs? One of them doesn't even look like it's plugged in. One of them is actually literally reflecting off the other. We don't really get a good view on either of them, so I think you kind of missed the memo on what we're actually looking for here, Sam. Now, he has sent in a picture of his mini keyboard. Not quite sure why. Doesn't exactly look great. It doesn't really match with anything else in your setup. Much like the Roccat mouse mat that houses your not Roccat keyboard, your not Roccat controller, your not Roccat mouse, and your not Roccat headset. I mean, way to keep things consistent there. Now, one thing you could do with the whole system is to do something with that rat's nest under your desk. I mean, like literally try anything apart from what you've done so far, because, I mean, well, it's just not working, in all honesty. Again, the eTeknix store has some stuff that could literally make that a million times better. But to be honest, if your painting skills are anything to go on, I don't really hold much hope for you, Sam. Sorry, but you did it to yourself. So lastly, let's see what Lucifer has to offer. The devil himself. I mean, it can't get any worse, can it? So, first things first, I see an eTeknix thermos. I mean, way to kiss ass. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm pretty sure my missus actually has that same desk as well, which technically is a makeup desk, but, you know, whatever floats your boat. I don't know, you might be female, so maybe I'm just being judgmental. I do kind of feel like space may be causing you some issues here, though, and more importantly, well, the lack of it. Also, what is it with people having dual monitors and none of them matching? I can only assume it's for one of two reasons. You're poor, or both. Am I allowed to say that? We should probably bleep that out. Now, I need to ask, why is there a keyboard on the floor? I mean, me and the team, we've sat here thinking about this for quite some time, and, well, we can't quite figure out why. It doesn't really make any sense. So, there's that. But let's talk about the build. I mean, the build actually looks pretty decent, sporting the Be Quiet Pure Base 500DX, Ryzen 3600, and an MSI RTX 3070 Gaming X Trio. I mean, what's the bet in here that you paid scalper prices for that? You could have bought a 3080 sort of normal model for about the same kind of price. Now, like I mentioned, we discussed this setup in quite some detail, and we're still confused as to how you managed to make sure the eTeknix thermos, thank you for your support, is kind of sitting front and center, but you forgot to do anything else. I mean, your webcam is literally sitting on top of the box that it came in, and you do realize if you open the box, you will find there is a stand inside or a clip to kind of put it on one on top of your mismatched monitors. Again, 1 out of 10. And that's only because I can see the word eTeknix in the picture. So there you have it, guys. Another roast done. If you want your setup featured in the next roast, then head over to our Discord and put up the specs and some pictures. Preferably more than one because, well, you saw some of the crap that we had here to deal with. And yeah, you could be featured in the next episode. So there is that. I mean, yours can't be any worse, really, can it? Actually, I mean, what am I saying? Of course it can be. Either way, hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, you know exactly what to do, and I'll see you in the next one. See you later, guys. Bye-bye.